Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Webster here, and welcome back to another world history video. In today's video, we'll be talking about whether or not video games kill. Before that, make sure you smash that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. Alright, let's jump into it. So in this specific video, I'll be going into detail about my third subtopic. For those who've forgotten, my thesis is, although video games expose children and teenagers to violent and graphic content, video games do not lead to violent actions. Since children can differentiate between real and make-believe violence, they directly affect and impact regions of the brain, such as the parts of the brains that are responsible for organizing information and parts of the brains that are responsible for motor skills. And the people that are most affected by video games are likely to have a mental condition that pushes them towards the violence, such as the shooting scene in media. So in today's video, I'm going to be going in depth about my third prong, about how mental conditions push people towards violence, and I'll be explaining the point where people think that school shootings are caused because of video games. In the absence of a simple explanation, the public symbolically links these rare and complex events to the shooter's alleged interest in video games, finding in them a catch-all explanation of what seemed unexplainable: the white middle-class school shooter. However, the concern about video games is out of proportion to their actual threat. Video games, those who play them, and those who create them have become contemporary folk devils because they seem to pose a threat to children. Such games have come to represent a variety of social anxieties about youth violence, new computer technology, and the apparent decline in the ability of adults to control what young people do and know. But that is not the case. Looking at the lives of many school shooters, only 11% of them were known to actually play video games and constantly play video games after school. And because of that, the media automatically puts the blame on video games. Even President Trump blamed video games for the mass shootings seen in the past 5 years. But there is so much more to consider when talking about mass murder. For most shooters, they led difficult lives, for which they saw video games as an outlet to escape from society's struggles. But just because they played video games, it was not what led them to their actions. Many of the shooters struggled with psychological problems. These people were depressed, and some with combinations of depression and paranoia. These mental conditions could have been treated, but never were, so they manifested something horrible, and ultimately led to some horrible actions. Before you start typing away in the comments saying that I'm supporting the school shooters, I want to say that I'm not. I do not agree with anything that they did, and found what they did appalling. All that I am saying is that video games, which everyone wants to put the blame on, is not the reason for these outcomes to take place. It's because of the mental illnesses that these individuals suffer from. So with that being said, that's going to be wrapping up this video, and it's actually going to be wrapping up this entire playlist for my world history project. To go over some key points, video games do not lead to violent actions and malicious thoughts, because the children that are playing the games can easily recognize the difference between real and fake violence. The many positive side effects of playing video games overshadows the negative ones, and the school shootings that are blamed on video games are caused by mental illnesses and the lack of connection with the child from the adult. So with that being said, this is going to be my last video for this playlist, so comment down below what you want to see in my next series. If someone hasn't told that you're awesome, then they're doing something wrong. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya!